Crappy Tails!
And welcome to And Knuckles. But, I was gonna say, I guess I would say, I mean, I wouldn't doubt it, and if I were to pick any Zelda game to do that for, it would probably be... actually, I'm not sure.
Minish Cap?
Well, okay, well, right off the bat, I would like the games that were on Wii U to also come to Switch. Like, you know, Twilight Princess HD and
Twilight
Wind Waker
Princess,
HD.
definitely.
The two of those.
And
would be
watch,
nice.
and that ends up being something announced tomorrow, as of this recording.
Oh yeah, we're
I
recording
hope
the day
so.
before Nintendo's E3, and just
The
just-
day
Isn't
they
it,
sing-
9, isn't it 9 a.m. PST tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
just
So we're
making
gonna have to
sure.
wake up for it. Or at least some of us will have to anyway. Those like hype have it easier.
I know I
Yeah.
will.
well, there
But
she
yeah,
is.
basically,
I'm going to be at work while it's going
All
on.
the in spoiler
I'll brief
chat
you-
you won't hear. Yeah.
I'll
I'm
brief you-
so... Sorry.
I'll brief you all on it when you get back, Jordan.
Or just
I'm
watch
really...
it with her. Go
You
ahead.
know, as bittersweet as it is that school ended for me and I'm graduating next week, I'm kind of glad I don't have, school tomorrow just so I could stay behind and watch it.
Yay!
Balls out!
But yeah,
Yep,
just going back.
2021 graduate, baby.
But yeah, just okay. So in order, before I forget, yes, at the time of recording, Nintendo's gonna have their big E3 thing. The day they single-handedly, depending on how Namco does, save the Series E3.
You know, one
It
thing
could
I'm
be.
kind of sad about is that I want to pre-order Skyward Sword HD, but I can't afford it, so I'll have to put it on my birthday list or something.
You can
Oh,
always
guys,
I mean,
guys,
that's not
hold on.
bad.
Oh, hang on.
I can always what?
We're doing a Snow White thing there for a second because this guy's name is Hey Ho. But also say you can always just buy the digital version of it, and you don't gotta wear pre-orders anymore.
Yeah.
It'll always be in stock.
I can't afford it.
No, but I'm saying like in the sense of like you don't have like you. It's okay to wait on it or whatever. It's all right.
Yeah.
But
I
but
also-
doesn't the pre-order come with a couple amiibo? I want it.
Well, no, the amiibo are being sold separately still, and as James and I can both attest, it goes. Nintendo never.
Oh, I
it
just
never
realized
mind.
that we passed that Switch that Knuckles was toying with earlier.
Yeah, because you don't need it.
Yep, this is all Knuckles.
Knuckles and
As
Knuckles.
Tails would say, this is all Knuckles.
Yep.
Oh, but yeah, I wanted to get back to like a couple of other things. Like, you talked about like games that could use re-releases or remasters. One that I said that I'm surprised no one reacted to was that like you guys mentioned like the Zelda games. Like I figured one people would appreciate is if they like re-released or remastered Minish Cap.
That I would like to see.
Me too.
Yeah.
And I'm really hoping that they give Oracle Seasons and Ages the Link's Awakening remake treatment. I know I said that
the
before,
toy-eye
but...
aesthetic.
And also finished and released that game that they wanted to release but didn't.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the third one.
Yeah,
Right,
The,
yeah,
the,
oh, yeah.
The Oracle Secrets.
Yeah, that actually would be neat if we could see somebody do something like that. And then you were saying something, James?
I forgot what I was going to say, actually.
Well, we were talking about like remaking the Minish Cap and the Oracle games.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Minish
no,
Cap, yeah.
I feel like of all the Zelda games they could remake right now, those wouldn't hurt to do, especially now
I
that they have,
really
like,
want to see a 3D remake of Minish Cap just so I could see the 3D of like shrinking. And
would
like
say
and the backgrounds that would
I would say you say
what they
3D, I would
look
love you say 3D, I would love like what we've been seeing going around lately with like having a 2D like animated like hand-drawn style.
that would
Oh
be nice.
yeah, that would be
Actually
cool.
any Zelda with a 2D hand-drawn art style would be nice.
Yeah,
I want to see
Well-
more like anime-esque content, like they did with the opening
Yeah.
cutscenes for Link's Awakening.
Yeah, for Link's Awakening, yeah.
I mean, I was also going to bring up the fact that technically, of all characters that actually got the anime treatment above everyone else, Wario got it first. So
Right,
I kind of
that's
think
true.
maybe give it to another character. Like, again, Mario. Like, have a freaking 2D Mario game in the same style as the guy that's making the new 2D artwork.
Yeah, do that. Oh, careful. Oh.
Traditionally animated, I should stress. Like, the Flash animation is fine and all when it needs to be used, but, you know, make it something tried and traditional, kind of like, again, what Wario did.
Aye.
Do you think there are going to be any surprises for E3 tomorrow?
I'm sure there will be.
I was about to say, like, without spoiling much, if there are going to be any surprises, tomorrow's going to be the day it happens.
Yeah.
Right. Like, I'm still holding my hopes out for that one rumor I've been hearing regarding the Odyssey team's next big development.
And I know
Yeah.
I'm getting my hopes up, but I would like to see at least something from Breath of the Wild 2.
I think they're playing.
I think it's about high time they revealed something concrete with that game.
I mean, all the promotion.
I remember seeing an article like, "What do you think the official title is going to be?"
I don't know. Breathless, breathtaking. I don't know.
Oh, okay, that was weird. The screen share froze for me.
It took for a
Yeah,
second.
I thought that was
back
just
now.
me.
Yeah,
You
me
know,
too.
I thought it was hearing a patch of silence for a bit.
No, it's fine. So
What is
now
that?
we're chasing after that thing because they didn't learn, and not only did they not learn, they literally are doing the exact same plan they tried last Tuesday.
Basically, what the egg robos.
Also, I'm happy because I found something I was looking for while I was cleaning. It was
Hooray.
it was like I can't find it, and then I looked down. Oh, there it is.
But yeah,
Yeah,
what about
back
the
to
egg
you,
robo,
James.
James?
Yeah, the egg robo.
The egg robo's entire purpose is literally to follow the master's exact same, trail and footsteps and whatnot. Only do them just a little bit better.
Okay, fair enough.
Just a little
fair
bit.
enough. Overachiever.
It's like he's like, I'm you, but better.
I'm the cool Jeff.
How dare
I'm
you
the
insinuate
cool
such nonsense? I am your creator!
You've seen that, right? Where it's like a yearbook photo and it's like Jeff, and then beside him is the cooler Jeff.
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
The cooler Eggman.
I am the coolest.
But yeah, no, I mean, I know they definitely, did whatever they could with the egg robo every once in a while. Like, I still think back to Sonic R, where that thing, of all things, was an unlockable character.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
the Tails doll.
Well, he was talking about the egg robo, but that too.
I thought you
mean-
were talking about the Tails doll.
Well, no, I mean, granted, Sonic R did do that whole thing where they literally created their very own original metallic, counterparts of Tails and Knuckles.
Yeah.
Ah, right.
I mean, granted, Knuckles got the full treatment, whereas Tails, they just went with a shoddy doll straight out of Japanese horror flick.
Yeah. Do you think that was the actual inspiration?
Could be.
I mean, otherwise we wouldn't have had the Tails doll creepypasta.
And a grand beginning would have happened. There's been a couple things like that. Go ahead.
I'm just suddenly thinking in my head. I know technically we already got the Tails doll, but what if say we ever got like another doll based on another character and they base it more off of, I don't know, Raggedy Ann?
Amy.
Yeah, Amy and or Big.
Raggedy Big.
Or Chris Thorndike, we want to go into specifics. Or
I mean, they do share a similar hair color.
Well, I was
this
about
new.
to say,
Go ahead.
but if we're gonna make one for Big, I just imagine it'd be like a Domo Big. Like, is that the name I'm thinking of? It's like a brown square with like the big smile.
Yeah, that's Domo. That's Domo.
Oh, that thing.
Either him or I see
Forgot
Big
about
being
Domo.
like my neighbor Totoro.
Yeah,
Oh
there's
yes,
that too.
Totoro! I love Totoro.
I still need to watch that. One of these days, young Missy, you and I need to get back to that Ghibli marathon we were wanting to do.
Yes, we
Did you guys ever
do.
start it?
Well, we technically did. We watched Spirited Away together, but that was back when we were dating.
There.
Yeah, but I wouldn't mind, continuing on. Like, I have Totoro, and I think I have another one. I'm not sure, but we'll watch it.
Oh, Knuckles always looks so scary when he just goes roar and just like goes super.
Yeah, he's angry.
But I think we came after Spirited Away. Try it again.
I dare
Just
you.
dare you.
Yeah.
Come on. Yeah, that's right. You're not putting a dent on this, Echidna.
Yeah. I will say, I don't think I've seen any other Ghibli film aside from those two. I wanted to see Secret Life of Arrietty and Princess Mononoke, but I haven't gotten that far yet.
Okay, I've heard pretty good things.
They're very good.
Is Kiki's Delivery Servants also Ghibli?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
it is.
I
one's
love that
also-
one.
That one also is pretty fun. I heard Earwig and the Witch was not the best.
Yeah, I did too.
It was average.
It was average. I guess a lot of people felt it was limited by the CG thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, would you say it's an instance where it's like, it's average for Ghibli standards, but it's still a perfectly fine film on its own?
I'd say not really. Like, the plot, from what I had seen, kind of just meanders, and then the movie just kind of ends. I won't go into spoiler territory about that movie since it's still kind of recent, but it's like the movie just kind of ends, and something that had been like a hanging plot point for much of the movie just kind of resolves itself in the last 30 seconds, and then boop, and you're like, okay, I guess problem solved, and that's the kind of. Go ahead.
I was just saying, all is forgiven. Thank you, Rolf.
Thank you, Ralph.
Rolf.
So that's kind of it. Some people have said that it's this unfortunate, tragic thing where Ghibli's son is trying to.
Ow!
Right when you got an extra life.
Did I ever mention how much I hate those things?
Yeah. They
Yeah.
still suck. And they knew what they were doing. They freaking put that there right as soon as you're having the power trip of hearing that new life music. Like, I can do it. So,
Anyway, you're talking about Ghibli's son?
it's just that many are looking at what happened with Ghibli, with Earwig and the Witch, and it looks like many are theorizing that it's this kind of thing where Ghibli's son is trying to capture the same thing as his father, but it's just not, unfortunately, working out right now.
Yeah, no, Goro, like, God bless him for trying, especially considering, from what I heard, he's really got it out for his dad.
Really? Oh, darn.
A lot of that has to do with the fact that Miyazaki himself, from what I hear, isn't really that good of a father.
He was like,
Yeah.
he was very obsessed with his work, kind of thing. All right, careful now.
And a perfectionist by nature.
Yes! Oh god, jeez, that like made me jump for a moment. But anyway. Okay.
Good work, Clenchie.
Just the one-cheeked wonder returns.
Shut up!
No. Clenchie is the sidekick.
Oh, right.
Oh.
Well, wait, who was Clenchy?
Actually, no, wait. It's the one cheek wonder.
Yeah, 'cause
I
that'd be-
think you were Clenchy.
But I would say no, hang on. Robin is the boy wonder, or whatever I thought. So he would
Yes.
have to be. So he would have to be one cheek wonder. So Clenchy would have to be the Batman in this scenario.
So that's the twist.
Well, we established that like the one cheek wonder was the main attraction, and Clenchy was the name of the sidekick.
Attraction. Come on. Oh jeez. Get over there.
I think we joked about the fact that,
And that right there is why the circus is no longer a thing anymore.
and I think we joked about the. And I think we joked about the fact, partly to see his reaction, that Matt would be like the clench dog.
The Clench, that's right. But speaking of which, I don't think
look
we
at me,
brought
I'm
this up already,
flying.
But Hype, what are your thoughts on that upcoming thing regarding the DC pets?
Oh, the
yeah,
DC Super Pets movie?
The Super Pets movie, yeah.
It looks harmless enough. Like, I'm gonna wait till I see a more concrete trailer, but I think it's a perfectly innocent film.
I like
Right,
that.
I imagine it's going to be at least good. It'll be good enough for kids at least.
I like
Yeah,
that.
that's basically what I'm getting.
I like that the art style. They're not trying to go like full on realistic, like what it looks like the Clifford the Big Red Dog movie's going to try and
Yeah,
do.
like, honestly, I think
I
it
forgot
might
they
be
were
the
making a movie from that.
Yeah.
Yep.
But as far as like the Super Pets thing, I think it might be the same team that did Scoob, because the way Crypto looks does remind me of Scoob.
It does kind of remind me of that, actually. By the way, much like the teacher, still can't get the hit that he's destroying his own goddamn trap.
Whoa. He's trying so hard, and whoa. Poor Tails.
Oh boy.
And see ya, Tails. What? Poor robot.
Oh, damn, man.
He even toddles
Away I
along.
go.
He even toddles along like his old man. All right, let's go kill him now.
Honestly, the more I stop to think about it, the way he runs off like that, and again, he is essentially supposed to be, well, again, a creation of a... You know what? No. What I'm trying to get at is fucking... I'm suddenly thinking back to, what was the name of Nefarious' old henchbot?
Lawrence.
Lawrence.
Oh yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying with how like he did like the whole like hands on his suspenders or on his coat.
Yeah.
Like, oh, terribly sorry about that, sir.
Apologies, sir. I need to tender my resignation.
Which
I mean, they did follow up on that if freaking Ripped Apart is
Apart,
anything to
yeah.
go by.
there's a whole other thing. There's a whole.
Hold that thought.
jeez.
Another thing.
Yeah, go for
Sonic 3 Air fixed. I brought it up before, but Sonic 3 Air did fix this whole graphical, not so much glitch, but just oversight regarding the Hangmobile. Because now it's actually the Egg Robo himself, not just Eggman again. No, even though he should be well out of there by now.
Yeah. Oh.
I really want this whole campaign to end with, like, once you beat it, you just see, like, the Egg Robo all busted on the ground.
Ow!
Eggman
Tails.
just walks in with, like, a coffee mug and in his robe, looks down and goes, "Yeah, you're fired."
Yeah.
And then he just makes more in the process.
Right. Right. Easy does it. Let's
If
go.
at first you don't succeed, try again.
Get a giant metal robot to do it for us.
Dude,
I mean, we really think about it, the Death Egg Robo may as well just be a freaking kaiju version of those Death Egg robots.
I mean,
Or excuse
kind
me,
of, yeah.
Egg Robos.
Well, considering, like, the Death Egg Robot that came first, so maybe, like, the Egg Robos are just, like, chibi versions of the Death Egg Robo.
Or, yeah, literal mini-me's.
I have a son, and I shall call him Mini Egg.
Damn it.
Oh, jeez, if I... Okay, so... While we're dealing with these guys, I think we're at the halfway point of And Knuckles.
Oh, we're past the halfway point.
Yeah.
Okay.
How are
There's
you,
this,
ladies?
and then there's this, then there's Sandopolis, Lava Reef, and then, Knuckles doesn't go to Death Egg, because that's already out of the picture, so
Right.
he ends off at Sky Sanctuary.
Huh,
How are you ladies
okay.
doing, by the way?
Thanks, Tails!
Doing okay.
I'm doing all right.
Tired and anxious. I just really want to finish cleaning.
I know, well, we'll be done with this soon enough, don't worry.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, if I know what I'm doing, I should have this done within the next 20 minutes.
Here's hoping.
Because I would honestly like to get this whole shindig wrapped up as soon as possible, so we could we could end it off Sonic's birthday celebration with a bang.
Mm-hmm.
And a plop.
Well,
And,
that was
and I-
nice.
5 seconds in there.
I'll be
as
back.
opposed
I'm
to
gonna go
10.
make some tea.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey. Oh, that's right. Yeah, trust me, you'll join us in like 5 minutes. We'll still be here somehow.
Yeah.
Do we have it any easier in this stage with Knuckles?
Not really, no. It's more or less the same level.
Oh boy.
The only major difference is that the ghosts are already are pretty much out and about in the second act.
Oh crap! So
Again,
right off the bat.
Sonic literally let them free.
Right, so we have
Yeah,
to.
that's fair.
So immediately we need to care about the light switch. Okay. Oh, sorry, Tails.
Right.
Tails. Oh God!
Oh boy.
Oh gosh.
I see him fall, and the next thing I see is those carnivorous beasts.
Jesus,
That was
they
like-
got him.
That was the that's like the cartoon equivalent of like someone falling in the water and you just see shark fins just around them. That's it. Like, oh well, I assume enough about this.
Jeez, now I'm just of all the random things I'm suddenly thinking back on, is that one minigame from Mario Party 3 where you're just swinging on swings and like in front of a freaking shark-infested pool.
I was thinking of the
gosh.
scene from Shrek 2 where Ariel died.
Oh yeah, where
that's
Fiona
right.
just
Oh, yeah.
shoved her over at Jaws.
Just two Jaws and Jaws Senior. Oh God.
It's that opening montage of Shrek and Fiona at their honeymoon.
Right.
Right, the accidentally in love scene. I love that
good-
song.
Still
Yeah.
good music. I don't know if I already said, but I would recommend this really fun video titled like why Shrek 2's soundtrack is really good. Like with the songs they chose to use.
Actually, you say that. On a related note, what is it with certain game reveals we've had at E3 this year? Like 2 of them I can think of off the top of my head that use the freaking "I Need a Hero" song.
Yeah,
Wait,
actually,
well,
we've heard that a
What
couple
were
times
they
now.
again? Like
actually.
I know Guardians had, but what was the other one?
I forget actually, but I know it was used one other time.
I know what it was. Crap. We were talking about it too, and I received it. Crap. I can. Oh no, I can't say that. 'Cause that's also spoiled. But they've been using a lot of pop culture songs. Oh no, you know what? Okay, sorry, James, you were mistaken. It wasn't E3. It was the new He-Man trailer used "I Need a Hero."
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
right. Okay, never mind. I mean,
That
I
looks
guess.
really good, by the way.
Oh
Oh yeah, no,
really
it looks
good.
it looks fantastic. But regardless, it's like it's.
It's a
Hi, could you
trend.
please quote Doofenshmirtz again?
If I had a nickel
it-
for every, if I had
okay.
a dime for every time.
It was a
somebody
nickel.
It was a nickel.
If I had a nickel for every time I heard someone sing the inferior version of "I Need a Hero" in some trailer, I'd have this many nickels. It's not a lot of nickels, but it's irritating that it's happened this many times.
I still love
I
that
guess
thing,
I
but
could
it's
get a
surprisingly
candy
happened
bar
more
with
than
it.
That was good.
Yeah, no, it's just a weird coincidence at the end of the day.
Should I, as a young man child of 27, no, sorry. Should I genuinely give, like, an honest effort? Should I give any time to Phineas and Ferb unironically?
Sure.
I mean, I've heard it's a pretty decent show, all things considered.
Yeah, it's actually a really good show.
Okay.
I couldn't get into it, but I've heard a lot of people really love it, so hopefully you do too.
My first real exposure to it was a friend of mine. He shared with me the song "Ain't Got Rhythm" when they're trying to get that old retired drummer to stop being a librarian, and the whole song is about how he says he doesn't have rhythm, but in actuality he has like perfect rhythm now. Also, that's right, we're super. We only have 5 seconds.
Come on.
Cutscene,
Bastard, I'll do
hurry!
this. I'll do this legitimately.
Okay. Bye,
Alright, Tails.
Oh boy.
What? Really? Tails, really? Like we walked over and Tails was just like, I'm on it! And
I don't got it.
And...
Give him a sec, and...
Run!
Sorry, buddy.
Boop.
I'm not good at my job.
I have expected Tails to be like, my friend! And just run right back in.
Boop.
Yeah.
He was friends with a guardian all this time?
I don't know. He's that dumb enough to think it. I don't know.